pertaining to the criteria that we just saw earlier before your lunch, something like that, but you cannot just base on that 100% because we still have not gotten the approval from UOG. So it's just easier for you to be prepared rather than there's no, you don't know the approach or the process what to do. Definitely it would be a business plan, I would say. Okay, now we look at how to conduct a physical analysis and write a meaningful and feasible business plan. So, last week or the week before, we went through what is business model. Okay, so now what you will be doing later on, okay, business model in one page and the other will be business plan. How you relate the business model with the business plan. Okay, business model is an idea. Okay, how you make an idea okay, realistic. How you make the idea realistic. So when you look at business model, you can put anything, you can fit in anything. Okay, I want to sell chocolate, I want to sell handphone, I want to sell this, I want to sell that. And what is my desire, my vision. So it's like a brainstorming session that you would like to do, alright, or which option of business that you would like to venture before you decide. So it's like a draft. Business model is like a draft before you move on to business plan. Okay, so you will have more than one idea, but you put it into written, and from there you know the reality, whether you want to proceed or not. Okay. And then once you come up with an idea, definitely at the back of your head, you will definitely know who will be your target market. Alright, definitely you will know who your target market, because an idea is supported by target market. So your most important aspect to contribute for your income is your target market. Okay, target customer. Okay. Then in your business model, you must also write the value, as I mentioned to you. Alright, buying a BMW and buying a Corolla, different value. What is the value? Is what the customer seeks for. Doesn't matter, the lower the price, the lower the value, the higher the price, the higher the value. So it depends on what value you want to give it to them. Is the product value for money in terms of it gives you health attributes? Yes. Okay. Is the product gives you convenience? Okay. So etc. etc. So what is the value for money they are paying? Is what they receive from the product. And then point of differentiation. As I mentioned to you, as an entrepreneur, is either you are creative or you are innovative. Innovative is coming with new idea, new product. Creative is existing idea, but you modify it according to your creativity. Okay? So either one, you must have a point of differentiation. Otherwise, no point of having your own. Otherwise, no point of declaring as an entrepreneur. You are just another businessman. That's it. Okay, you cannot term yourself as entrepreneur. Entrepreneur has a different meaning, not another businessman, businesswoman. Alright? So entrepreneur actually comes in terms of creativity or what they call innovativeness. Then covered the pricing part. Please go pay based on penetration unless you are hopping on to diamonds and technology. Okay. Now we will look at selling process later, but one way of selling process is actually website, okay, through e-commerce, right? The other way would be physical shop, so that would be a process. Process can also mean that okay, click, okay, brick, or delivery. Okay, click, brick or delivery. So delivery would be for delivery can also refer to both as well, but normally it's been done from telephone inquiry, telephone order, phone order, based on this. Alright? Whether you call for delivery and so forth and so on. Right? That's selling process. Next is distribution system. Distribution system is a place. Again, as you can see here, website is here, process is also here. But process are the steps. What is the steps? Number one, call. After that, you have to fill in your, give your name, right? After that, the address. Then once you receive the product, you have to pay cash cash on delivery. So process are the steps and sequence. How your product is being sold and delivered, received, consumed. So distribution system here is more to place. Customer support, people. So people, when I look at it as employees, not management staff, employees. How employees, or the number of employees available to support customers' needs. Do you have post-purchase service? Okay, so you have to explain. Yes, no, why? So all that is under your business model. So in your module paper, write everything. Okay, flush out all the ideas. Okay, and then do another brainstorming. Okay, first of all, you just what do you think you want? Alright, fine. Price. Okay, don't need to go penetration. Okay, go scheming. Okay, flush out all the ideas. Based on business model, you write your business plan. So business model, you don't have to have steps. Just can write anything in your module paper. Now look at feasibility analysis. Feasibility analysis means, okay, business plan. Okay, this is a direct translation of a successful business plan. Feasibility is they are looking at the possibilities, not dreaming it. There is a reality towards your idea. Realistic idea, feasible, then doable, okay, manageable, but successful, it depends on how you approach it. So this is not just a dream, it's something that you can really do it. Okay? So what you have to do before you write the business plan, should we proceed with this business idea? Okay? Ask your teammate. Okay. So once they say yes, now it starts. Let's start from the beginning. This is what you really need to have. It is not the same as business plan, but the feasibility of information are the business plan. Okay? Why I say feasibility analysis is just whether you can do it or not. Yes, but business plan has its own steps. Okay? Now, look at this. Serves as a filter. So, feasibility serves as a filter, which means you have a business model, right? And then you look at, I'm not going to sell chocolate, no. I'm not going to sell handphone, no. I'm only going to sell brand, product XYZ. So, you are screening down, narrowing down your idea. That is feasibility analysis. So, first comes business model, second comes feasibility analysis, only third is business plan. So, feasibility analysis helps an entrepreneur to develop a business plan. Do you understand? It helps an entrepreneur to develop a business plan. Many businesses fail because they don't have feasibility analysis. They get an idea, they study. They write up the model, they write up the plan and give it to the bank. Bank finds it is not feasible, therefore they reject the loan. Or they will give you 50%. You ask for 100,000, they only give you 50,000 because they can't see any promising attributes towards your idea. So first is business model, feasibility analysis, and then business plan. Okay? You don't have to do it again. You just have to narrow down, filter it. It's an investigation tool to make you realize that certain things are not appropriate or not doable. Okay, now. Okay, business plans here transform idea into reality with the help of feasibility analysis. What is that? What is shaking? That is not shaking. This is shaking.
No.
Okay, no. That is shaking.
Potato shaking. Don't worry.
The first person to God is me. If everything else. Okay. Okay, and then it's a tool to guide Entrepreneur. Just this, all this you don't have to write in your report. Just the explanation only. Is transform idea to reality and is a tool for entrepreneurs. Now let's go to the main point. You have to analyze in terms of whether it's doable or not. Industry, product, and finance. These three things should be in your report. Okay. These are the main thing that the bankers will look at. Okay. Industry and market visibility, we look at industry attractiveness. Whether is it attractive or not. So how to analyze whether it's attractive or not? We have to use this is Porter 5 forces, but in your report, please don't write Porter 5 forces or even 5 forces model. Don't, because maybe the banker would have forgotten what he has studied in college, in university. Alright, so what I'm trying to say is, sometimes they have studied something, they don't apply it as the theory or the model. They just apply the theory, alright, without mentioning the name of the theory. We don't do that in corporate work. You understand? Okay. So this theory is actually introduced by Michael Porter. Okay, and it is called industrial attractiveness. Now, okay, let's just skip this and go to this slide. Alright, this is the model. Right? Now, this is a very good model to actually compare and to contrast whether the idea would have acceptance in the market or not. Okay, first of all, we look at this. Alright, rivalry among existing firms. When you say that, you asked me, shall the product be existing? Yes, I say yes, fine. Okay, but be careful because there will be many competitors. So what you have to do in your report is, you have to state how many competitors around. Competitors around. You have to highlight and where do you stand? They will say, oh, do you know there are competitors for this product? Oh yes, I know. Okay? Right? Rivalry among existing firms. Alright. Whether it's good or bad to have competitors. Good or bad having competitors? Good, because you know what? That is how you the customer knows that product. So you don't have to really convince the customer you must use this product. What is this product? I don't know what is product, so they are afraid to use it. But they know there is virus mouse. The only thing you have to do is differentiate why your product is better than your competitors. So that's where the creativity comes in. You can use creativity in any place, whether the product is better, more features, whether the price is reasonable, place, etc., etc., etc. They know the product. Now, how are you going to deliver the USP? Unique selling proposition. You must have that. Like for example, in Malaysia, if you look at petrol, every petrol is the same. They say Shell is powerful than Petronas. Petronas is powerful than ExxonMobil. At the end of the day, who's that? At the end of the day, petrol is petrol. Is it high?
Is it hot?
Is it hot? No. What I said? What I said? Petrol. Okay. Petrol is petrol. Alright? Like for example, chicken. Okay? You say do you know which chicken tastes better? No. Chicken is chicken. You put your salt, you put your curry, you put your ketchup, that makes your chicken better. Four leg chicken. Nowadays they say for 4 leg, I've never seen. Yes. Okay? Alright, so here is rivalry, how you want to use USP. Alright, so let's look at it, yeah? Then, so here the number of competitors is large, okay? And the other three quite small, not similar in size or capacity. The industry is growing fast. So the positive part is industry is growing fast because there's a demand for it. You know there's a demand, that's why you come with a product. The same product, but differentiated features. Unique selling proposition. Opportunity to sell a differentiated product or service exists. So yes, it's good. The only thing is, you need to be outstanding. Okay? Alright. Then we look at, okay. Then the second thing we look at are, I'm not doing this. So after that we look at, suppliers. So do you understand this part? So don't write as competitive, industry competitive and all that. You just say competitors. Enough. Don't have to mention industry. Now suppliers, bargaining power of suppliers. Do you think, okay, like for example, you say that you are doing a manufacturing, you want to be a manufacturer. Of course, you need supply for your raw material. Okay, your raw material. So, do you think more supplier is better or less supplier is better?
More.
Yeah. Why?
Easy to buy.
Easy to bargain. Very good.
This
Okay.
one is much more.
Exactly. Yes.
Easy to get the material.
Yes. So you can bargain. The best thing is you can bargain. Okay. So you must inform. You must write in your report that there are many suppliers around. So if in case that if there is a problem in one supply, you will always have a backup. Yes. Okay. You will always have a backup. Okay. Yeah. That's what they want to know. Okay. So here, backup means substitute are available. Substitute. That's the meaning. And switching costs are low because there are many suppliers. Switching cost means when you switch to another supplier, would it be expensive for you? If it's expensive for you, gone your profit. So if it's cheaper or rather similar, it's fine. Okay, now buyer. More customer or less customer is good for you? More customer. Okay? More customer means they can bargain. They have many what? They can buy more customers for your business is good actually. It's good. More customers for the product is good and bad. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Okay? If more customers for that product, which means that product is existing, you are just one of the player. The buyer can choose different brands. Okay? Alright. If there's less customer, okay, it's still good because you know why? Less customer for the product is good. Think about it. Why I say it's good? Less customer in the market for the product.
Less.
Yeah? No, there are untapped market. Untapped market means untouched market, which means you have to do marketing guerrilla strategy to capture the customer and say you have to buy this. This product is good for you. You must have it at home. You must consume it. Like Malaysia, untapped market will be insurance. Many of us doesn't have insurance. Unlike Japan, Singapore, and many other developed countries. You know, it's a must to have insurance. But here in Malaysia, we are doing better from before, but yet to have more customers. That means, yes, you have to come up with creative approach to get more customers. So here, less customer is good for you because you can capture those market. More customers for that product, you must also do guerrilla marketing. That means you must catch the customer from that competitor and make them yours. Make them yours. But then again, look at this. Okay. Buyer influence is high when number of customers is small. You understand? Buyer influence is high when number of customers is small and cost of switching to a competitor product is low, which means they still have not identified the product is important for them, like insurance. I cannot demand so much because not many customers like to buy this product. But if I go to the market and say, you need this product, and then they will realize that I need insurance. So the switching cost to a competitive product is low because initially they have no intention to buy the product. So they will come and buy from you. Like exercise equipment, insurance. What else do you think that many customers in Malaysia don't really buy? What product they don't really buy? There is product, but they normally don't buy.
Organic product.
Organic product, excellent. Yes. Organic product, yes. Because it's expensive. So you come to 2 carrots about 7 ringgit I bought. They say organic. But I was thinking, I'm eating organic at the same time KFC, I might as well just go unhealthy. Do you know that ion they call it, is it? The air condition, they have this ion. So they say that it filters the air within your house, so you breathe better. So I was thinking that we are still going and waiting for the bus outside, right? So what's the point?
Portable one.
Portable one. Okay, good. So it's you have to have the perception of whether it's good or not. So what is the marketers to do, an entrepreneur, to make it important for them to purchase? Alright? Industry is more attractive when customer switching costs are high. Which means here, what is the statement here? Customer switching costs are high. When customers switch to another competitor, alright, the switching cost is high.
Expensive.
Expensive. Expensive.
Which makes them consider not to switch.
Not to switch. Which makes them consider not to switch. Okay? Number of buyers is large. So this is, okay, industry is more attractive. So what you have to do, customer want differentiated product for them to switch. It's expensive to switch, but if I intend to switch, make sure you got something better than what is given to me. The industry is good. I just want to know, do you have something better than the company that I'm buying from? Then, okay, I will switch. Alright? So, customers find it difficult to collect information from comparing suppliers. Alright? So comparing suppliers means they don't go directly from the suppliers. Alright? They just buy it from you. Okay? So it's difficult to buy it from the manufacturer itself. They might as well buy it from you. Okay? So they find it difficult to compare. Okay? Now, next would be threat of new entrants. Threat of new entrants means good for you as entrepreneur or bad for you. Threat of new entrants. Threat of new entrants means there are many players will be coming to the industry without any hesitation, without any obstacle. It's free market. Anyone can sell that product in any country. So, is it a threat for you or not?
Good and bad.
Good and bad. Both also, yeah? If I said tobacco company, no. Threat of new entry is high, low or medium?
Low.
Okay, low, because it has to go from government regulation. Okay? So here would be threat of new entry then, okay. Just take this word, because the rest are not applied to this more larger organization. Look at this word. Capital requirements to enter are low. Capital's requirement to enter are low, which means the threat of new entry is low. Threat of new entry is low. That means the government encourage you. It's okay to have many fast food companies here. Okay, it's okay to have many fashion designers design clothing here. So if it's low, the capital required to enter is low because the tax is not high. If threat of new entry is high, if threat of new entry is high, which means, okay, the government impose higher tax. Okay, threat by who? By the government. Controlled by the government. Now I'm looking at the government point of view. You can also look at different point of view. Okay, so threat of new entrants. Okay, so if it's low, which means the cost of coming to the country is low as well. So here, for example, Malaysia, you can actually have we encourage SME. So which means the threat of competitors and newcomers is low. You can, we encourage that. Unless you want to open up a casino. Casino is a no. No. Okay, opening up Toto and Magnum to certain state in this country also no. Understand? So you must get a license. Understand? For attendance. Where is Han, by the way? Is he coming? Han? Is he around? Ask him to come by before 5 to be free. Yeah? Thank you. So all of you can ask him. Now it's settled the problem, right? Okay, good. Now substitute. Threat or substitute products or services. Alright? Now, threats or substitute means not your direct competitor. Suppose you're selling, you tell me what you're so secretive, you want to tell me your product. I cannot relate the product. Okay, just guess, give me one product.
What product?
Any product.
Then product.
Product, not brand, product.
This product.
Product. Any product.
Pen.
Yeah, pen so not attractive enough. Okay lah, Milo one. Okay lah, pen. Okay, pen. Okay, now pen. Let's take pen for example, right? Or rather, pen for example. Okay, alright. Substitute is your direct competitor will be Pelican, Faber-Castell, and what is that? Kilometrico, Stabilo, etc. That is your direct competitor. What if substitute means I don't have to use pen? I can use other product.
Pencil.
No lah, pencil and pen also same one. Let's say something else which does not need me to hold it and write it.
Siri. Siri. You speak the right way.
Exactly. Probably. Oh, yeah. This is the best thing. Phone and phone. Okay, like you don't need a keypad, right? So might as well voice recognition. Okay, and sometimes you see TV, we don't need a remote. It's all about voice recognition. Okay, so substitute is not direct competitor. Something which you use similar activity but using a different product. Okay, now I must think about nice good example. Substitute of camera. Camera. Like Kodak. Kodak is facing losses, was facing losses last year, and now they're coming in terms of R&D, research and development. How else they can improve? How else? One thing about Kodak is they actually, missed the boat. They were the pioneers of manufacturing cameras. They were good, but they missed the boat because they did not realize that they did not focus 10 years from now, 20 years from now, how will the world look like? What is the perception and what customer would like? They never look at a long term. Alright? Now, would you find necessity to bring camera and then handphone? No, many of you have smartphone, you can snap photos, okay, videos and all that. So that is substitute. Not necessary for you to have a camera. So now, if you're actually selling a new camera from Japan, I will ask you, do you think necessary for customers to buy camera? Because substitute is they have smartphones, and that is similar function but different product. Similar function but different product. Okay, let's say pen for instance. Okay. In future, students don't need to have any pen because everyone is a smart school. Exam also done based on your smart, tab. So, computer. So in future, 10 years from now, lesson will be also conducted differently. I'm not going to use my marker pen. Everything is from the click of the button, and you answer from the click of your button. That's it. So even exams, everything online. So pen, pencil, all the correction tape, all these will be obsolete one day. Why should I buy this? Why should I buy that? Like typewriter, it's so obsolete, right? Those days we need to put the paper in, a little bit correction, or we have to retype. Adjust the margin, look at the dictionary. That time those days people who type, they are very good in spelling. Now spell check. You ask them to write, even me too, when you ask me to write on the board, how to spell this, It's like when you type, it's auto-corrected, right? So substitute for, typing would be from typewriter to digital. Okay, that is substitute. Now, can you tell me what product you're manufacturing, like one product? What product is that? I help you, substitute. What product? Just product. Coconut? Kenapa? Okay, there's no substitute.
That thing.
With that team. Okay. Coconut. With that team. What do you do? Oh, your group. Okay. So that's only how come here. Okay, secret. Why are you being so secret? I don't know.